another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Today we're going to make eggplant rollatini, but not the traditional with the breading and the ricotta, but we're going to stuff our eggplant with capellini that has fresh ricotta in it and some goat cheese and some other delicious ingredients. But I want you to have a couple of components all ready to go so that when you want to assemble your dish, it comes together 1, 2, 3. So I roasted some eggplant, okay, and what you do is you take a baking sheet like this and you drizzle olive oil, salt and pepper on like a 1/4 inch thickness of sliced eggplant. I left the skin on. If you don't like the skin, you can take it off. And I roasted it till it got nice and golden and a little bit of caramelization was on it. And that's good to go, so we'll put that aside till we need it in a few seconds. And I also made a delicious tomato sauce. Now, you can use your own marinara sauce, that's fine. But I had some Roma tomatoes that were getting a little soft on me, and they were really extra ripe. So I decided I took the seeds out. Okay, you have them, and you take the seeds out like this. I'll show you. Just with your fingers. You know about your hands being the best set of tools, right? Okay, and what I did was I drizzled those with olive oil, salt and pepper, and roasted them while I was roasting the eggplant. And I saved one for you so you could see what it looks like. It got the nice caramelization, and the flavor is concentrated. Absolutely delicious. You could do it with cherry tomatoes too, to die for. So what I did was I pureed my tomatoes after they were roasted, and I made a sauce out of it, and now it's a chunky, delicious sauce. It has the onions in there and garlic, fresh herbs. You know, I threw some marjoram in there and some fresh basil. So that's all ready to go, okay? But like I said, make it easy on yourself if you want. The dish will be completely delicious with the marinara sauce. So I have my water going. We're going to cook our capellini, and when we come back, we're going to assemble the filling and then get rolling our rollatini. Okay, our capellini is all cooked and ready to roll. Because capellini can be a little daunting because it kind of sticks together because it's so thin. So what I did was I took a scissor and I kind of just cut it up. Because now when we get to roll our stuff that's inside our eggplant, our rolls, it will have like a nice creamy mix and stuff, kind of stay together. Alright, so now we're going to add our delicious ingredients. So we have some pecorino romano. Okay, and I added some black pepper already. And we're going to add a little bit of salt. Okay, and we're going to add some nice fresh basil, chopped. Okay, feel free to use as much or little as you like. And I have a little bit of fresh marjoram. And I'm going to put some nice Italian parsley. I love Italian parsley. Now, I'd like to add an egg because we want to help it set, plus it'll give it a nice creaminess. Alright, now we're going to add our delicious fresh ricotta. Look at that, it looks like ice cream. Alright. Tell me this doesn't scream Easter with all the different cheeses and eggs and... Okay, we're going to mix that in. See how it's coming together? This will be nice and easy to roll into our eggplant. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to add just a little touch of the tomato sauce, okay? It really smells good. See how nice and creamy it's getting? Okay, now make sure that when you cool down your capellini, because now I'm going to add the goat cheese, but I want to put little clumps of it, and I don't want it to melt really, okay? I like it to have a little bit of texture. Okay, this is looking good. All right, now we're just going to take our delicious goat cheese, Okay, and I'm using about a half a log, and I used a half of pound of capellini also, and I used about a cup's worth of ricotta. All the amounts will be on the recipe, so let me wash my hands, and when we come back, we're going to start rolling these babies. Okay, the filling tastes so good. Now, if you're not a fan of goat cheese, you can use fresh mozzarella in here and just cut, cube it small. But you know what? The flavor in here, the goat cheese gives it a nice tang. So look, I'm taking, about maybe 2 tablespoons worth, depending on the size of your eggplant slice, and you put it in the middle, and it comes together, and you just roll it in there. Now, I used 1 giant eggplant, okay, and I think I got, I have extra slices here, but for our show, I'm just going to do a couple, just so you get the idea, but I got about 20 slices from a whole large eggplant, so I would have more than enough filling to do like another casserole even. So it goes a long way. I mean, a little bit, and it's so delicious. Okay, now let me just remove this. Okay, now we have our sauce, and I lined the baking dish. So here we go. I lined the baking dish with the sauce on the bottom, okay? And now we're going to top it off with some more sauce. Okay, and this is going to get baked minimal, like I'm thinking maybe 15 minutes. That's about it. Okay. Now, I'll show you one last little garnish. Okay, I'm going to do some cracked pepper. Okay, and what I want to do is just dot the top with some goat cheese, and that's going to melt, okay, with the heat. It's going to be so good. Like I said, the mozzarella would be nice in this too, but this gives it like that nice tang. So look how much you get for a small amount of ingredients. I mean, I have extra ricotta, I have a little extra more goat cheese, use for a salad or something. Okay, now we're going to sprinkle some more basil on the top. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay, popping it in the oven at 350. We're going to see what it looks like about 15 minutes. You just want to get the cheese melted and it heated through, basically, because everything else is cooked. All right. Okay, our eggplant rollatini is done, and look how beautiful. The goat cheese got a little browned and crusty on the top. That's what you want. It doesn't melt like mozzarella does, but you want it to get a little crusty on the top. Okay, now I have some of my beautiful roasted tomato sauce on my platter, and I'm getting ready for Aunt's dinner. He's going to eat this before he goes to work, and he says he can handle 3, so I'm going to put 3 on the plate. Okay. It smells so good. See how nicely it stayed together? It's really an easy dish as long as you have all the components ready to roll. Look at that, huh? Molto bene, huh? Look how beautiful. And get a good shot of that. Look at that, huh? That's your dinner, okay? And I'm Chef Ellie Espo, and this was another Cooking on the Block. And don't forget, the recipe's on the website. Ciao.